I recently asked my viewers to send me their ideas for Pokemon fusions. After collecting 12 of the best ones, I turned them into new Pokemon Sprites for Pokemon Infinite Fusion. For example, first fusion is by Aruemon, picking Porygon 2 and Flygon. Instead of me showing you how I made the sprite for most of them, let's just get straight to the sweet stuff instead. Huh, that's a pretty weird Porygon if you ask me. So, let's learn more about it. It was created by humans using the power of science. To prevent detection by enemies, it hides itself by flapping up a cloud of desert sand. Pretty cool. Here's the previous version of the fusion and the battling aspects for those who are interested. Close enough to count Koffing and Arceus by Lindsay. Never thought that out of all the fusions I could create sprites for, this would be the exact combination. Oh well. You know, actually the crossbone ring around it works pretty well, but time to delve into some Koffing Arceus lore. It is described in mythology as the Pokemon that shaped the universe with its 1000 arms. Yeah, okay. Here's the previous ugly bastard, and time to get ready for some serious battles. Surprise appearance by Echo with Primeape and Crobat. Apparently this combo has popped up in speedruns, that's cool. Even though they're vastly different, I'm surprised I made it work. But more importantly, let's see the Pokédex. When it becomes furious, its blood circulation becomes more robust and its muscles are made stronger by alternately resting its front and rear. Huh. A fairly okay previous sprite, but as for battling, hey, not actually the worst. Up next it's Surreal Sweets with Arceus and Qwilfish. Well, wouldn't you know, Arceus had to show up yet again. I decided to use Overquill for the fusion to make it a bit more elegant. I think it turned out pretty nice in the end, but what do you think? Anyways, some lore. It is described in mythology as the Pokemon that shaped the universe with its 1000 arms. It finds swimming to be somewhat challenging. Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, seriously, what did you expect? But as for battling, Arceus is a hard carry. Now Ian's keeping it simple with Oddish and Mawile. I had low expectations as well, but when I saw it, wasn't actually that bad. Okay, either I'm hungry or that kinda looks like a pickle. Huh, maybe both? Anyways, Pokédex. This Pokemon grows by absorbing moonlight. It fools foes into complacency with its adorable gestures, then chomps them with its huge jaws. A completely relatable expression, but for battling, I mean, seriously, what did you expect? Coming up, it's Tai with Porygon and Jigglypuff. How cute! Porygon can save any fusion. Let's see if it's the same for this one. Okay, if you don't know the reference, then okay, I'm not gonna say anything, but yeah, I think it turned out pretty cool. So, it is capable of reverting itself entirely back to program data in order to enter cyberspace. The sound waves of its singing voice match the brain waves of what? Of what? Tell me! Just like him, I have no thoughts about this, but as for battling, the resistances are actual net neutrality. I'll see myself out. Unique idea of cuteness, Super Smash Sean with Gardevoir Ditto. Okay, I don't know what gave you the idea of picking these two cursed fellas, but it's time for a redemption arc, at least in Infinite Fusion. I don't know about you, but that Ditto's face makes the whole design for me, so whatever, it's perfect. It apparently does not feel the pull of gravity because it supports itself with psychic power. However, if it tries to change based off its memory, it will get boom. Definitely a fusion of all time, but as for battling, yeah, it doesn't even fit in the screen. Picking up the picks, Whimsicott and Snorlax from Lucharis. I think Whimsicott could actually make a good hugging buddy too. Fits well. There's only one thing I don't want to see in the comments, and that's, how long did you shade this? Yeah, let's keep it at that. Snorlax's typical day consists of nothing more than eating and sleeping. These Pokemon sneak through gaps into houses and call all sorts of mischief. Okay, yeah, sure, sneak into houses through gaps. Keep telling yourself that, bud. Okay, it's weirdly cute, and it's actually surprisingly good in battle. Prankster hard carry. Showing up with Politoed and Bellossom, it's KC. I don't know how or why, but they kinda fit together. Instead of pink, I could have used blue, but I wanted to give Shiny some spotlight. But anyways, you know what time it is. The curled hair on its head proves its status as a king. When cloudy weather persists, it does a dance that is thought to be a ritual for summoning the sun. Yes, smart. Yep, probably gets asked a lot for feedbacks, but in battle, looks like we got another super neutral one. Unique combination of Torterra and Exeggutor by Vincent. Okay, yeah, this definitely can go only one way. To be honest, I even surprised myself with this result. It took a lot of experimenting, but I somehow actually got to the result. Small Pokemon occasionally gather on its unmoving back to begin building their nests. It is said that when the heads fall, they group to form and execute. Wait, what? Well, I mean, it does the job, but in battle, it's a grass psychic type, you can't ask for much. Cool combo of Absol and Raichu by Maiko. I also wanted to quickly show how the process looked like while creating the fusion sprites, at least for the Absol Raichu fusion, and I had a question about Patreon. I have an idea of bringing it back more, so I wanted to ask, what is your thoughts about me making a monthly raffle where at the end of the month I pick a random Patreon and create a sprite for whatever use they need of their choosing completely for free. So there could be incentive of being a patron and being a nice fellow supporter. Yeah, something like that. Also, don't forget to check out the channel memberships. That's all, and please continue to watch the video. Thank you. I'll mention it now, the Raichu I use in the fusion is the Alolan version. Yeah, it's pretty cool, but wait until you see the next one. I was pretty fired in this session. But yeah, lore time. It sharply senses even subtle changes in the sky and the land to predict natural disasters. To avoid this, it occasionally discharges excess energy and calms. Don't mind him, he's just heavily disfigured, but as for stats, he looks cool. Finishers Aegislash and Ampharos are from that cat. If you didn't skip to this part, good job, you've earned to see it. Four hours later, behold my magnum opus of fusion sprites. Yup, pretty cool, but even better, probably, apparently, it can detect the innate qualities of leadership. People in the old days used its light to send signals back and forth with others far away. Somehow that actually kinda made sense. Of course, Aegislash still looks cool in this. As for stats, couldn't have guessed that he's a big bulky wall. And lastly, the last thing I wanted to show were alternate art, like styles, coloring. Yeah, I have just two of them, but I'll still show them. It's this Gardevoir Ditto with Ditto's actual coloring, and the other one is Aegislash Ampharos with lightning. Otherwise, that's it. Thank you so much for watching until the end. Maybe check out some other videos of mine. Anyways, that's it. Thank you once again and stay tuned.